Okay, guys, what's up? Wow, that was a fail. What's up, guys? Chemically Elemental. Part 2 of my pally build, slash guide, slash guidelines, whatever the hell you want to call it. First part showed you perks, quests, stones, enchantments. Well, not really enchantments. This one's gonna be mainly about enchantments. But first one's basically perks and resists against magic, which is basically, in my opinion, 50% of the battle. So now we're going to be getting into armor rating, armor enchantments, weapons, weapon damage, whatever, etc, etc, etc. So, starting with my weapons. Ebony arrow I don't use, archer rating go into, I just use it for the look. Just an FYI. So my weapon is Paladin's ebony mace. Obviously I named that. Basically, this is arguable. If you don't like maces, which is in my opinion the paladin's like obvious weapon or main weapon, the only weapon paladins really use, you can go with the Dawnbreaker, which is a sword, but it has a sick ass enchantment on it, which is basically a very paladin like enchantment, which I wish you could disenchant and put on a weapon like this, but you can't. So what I did is I did undead up to level 49 fleet for 30 seconds and burns the target for 63 points. Targets on fire take extra damage. To me, that's almost as close as, or that's probably the closest you can get it to the Dawnbreaker one, except when you kill guys with Dawnbreaker, sometimes it blows up and kills other guys. So yeah, that's that. So my Daedric shield isn't upgraded in anything. My armor rating is high enough, so this is just there for the resistances and the look. Obviously, Daedric shield looks sick. Kind of wish there's more red. I'm glad there's not red because it goes good with ebony, but if there was red, there would have to be a lot of it. So this is all my armor. It's all Paladin's ebony gear and Daedric boots because they look way better than ebony, as shown. So starting with boots, armor rating is 209. My max armor rating is 1155. That is extremely, it's way too much. Basically, max cap is 567. That caps at 80% damage reduction. So basically, just trying to get over 567. Which is why you don't need perks in heavy and or light armor, because you can easily pass it with potions and alchemy. And this also does one-handed attacks do 55% more damage and increase your stamina by 67 points. Now, 55% more damage sounds like a lot compared to the normal 40%, but when I show you my weapons damage at the end, it's actually not a ton. Paladin's ebony armor. Holy crap, I didn't realize that was worth 20 grand. Wow, that's awesome. Restoration spells cost 33% less to cast, increase your health by 67 points. Now, I did do the restoration loop, but I only did the restoration loop because the blessing of Mara that you get from the bonds of matrimony, which is from getting married. If you disenchant bonds of matrimony, you get blessing of Mara enchantment, and it does 31% of restorations. Costs 31% less. If you use a potion that does 15% enchanting, like enchantments are 15% stronger, it'll go up to 33%. But for some reason mine is glitched and it won't let me put it on anything. So I had to do this to basically compensate for not being able to use that, which was a pain in the ass because it was basically, it took me like 2 or 3 hours to get this enchantment to work properly compared to using the Blessing of Mara enchantment, which I had planned out and took me 2 minutes, but it didn't work. So that's that. One-handed attacks do 55% more damage, increase your magic by 67 points. That's for Paladin's gauntlets. Helmet is increase your magic 67 points, magic generates 67% faster. Now, this helmet, right now, is basically what I'm going to wear until maybe I get Nightingale, because Nightingale looks better. I don't know for sure if I'm actually going to switch them out. I probably will, because the enchantment on this kind of sucks. Helmet enchantments, in my opinion, aren't the greatest, so yeah. Paladin's necklace, restore spells, restoration spells 33% less. One-hand attacks do 55% more damage. So I have 3 restoration spells cost 33% less, making the highest, like most costly spell go from like 500 to like 5, without any perks in restoration. Paladin's ring does the exact same as the necklace. So now if I go to my weapons, my Paladin's Ebony Mace only does 336. Now with my main character, it had 45% times 4, and it did 400 damage. So I tried to make it so this character's mace wasn't as strong. Along with my weapon did 400, my main character, it also did, I think it was 69 Frost and Shock or 78 Frost and Shock. I'm not entirely sure. But this one's trying to be more pally-like. Pallies are not the greatest for damage. They're mainly damage over time. They'll kill you slowly but surely because they just keep healing like a bunch of whores. So that's basically my apparel and weapons. Like I said, Dawnbreaker if you prefer a more paladin-like enchantment and look, I guess, because it is gold. This is kind of a dark look, but Ebony Mace is my above all favorite. It looks the best. I love Ebony, always have, even in Oblivion. Kind of sucks how they made it look the way it does. I think the helmet looks like crap. I wish they did something with the back. They make it so plain, put some spikes or something on it, but whatever. Potions, whatever. This one, poison damage health, causes 145 points of poison damage. I'm probably not going to use that. And this elixir illusion spells are 100% stronger. Really don't need that either. The only time I might use that is if I'm trying to one-hand cast and I can't actually cast it on something I'm trying to kill. Any books? Augment Infinium. I did do a glitch to get to max level. The only reason is because this character is going to be like my new character, and I didn't want to seriously take all the time it takes to get to max level. This character still took me about 20 hours to create to where I am now, basically. So even though I used Augment Infinium, it still took a while. As for enchanting, highly suggest you just do whatever you can for money. I can't exactly remember what I did for money, but if you can't get a ton of Grand Soul Gems or any Grand Soul Gems, I suggest the Black Star from the Daedric Quest Azura Star. That's probably the best, one of the best Daedric Quest items. I'd probably say maybe 3rd or 4th. If you are going with Dawnbreaker, Shield, I highly suggest Spellbreaker. They go well together, and Spellbreaker basically eliminates the need for resistance to Fire Frost Shock because it's got the ward. And if you do that, go into Restoration and get that ward perk. I didn't get that, which you will see in my other video if you watch it. So now I'll show you guys Lydia. I try to make her as paladin-like as I possibly could. Basically give her all my health potions though, because I don't think she does healing spells. As much as I do have grand healing, I don't know for a fact if it'll reach her. So Ebony Armor, I don't know why hers were 20 grand. It only does 426 armor rate, but okay, cool. Just basically gave her a full set of Ebony enchant or upgrade as much as I could. She got a random necklace of extreme health. I'll probably upgrade that to the one that does 70 when I get it. And the random ring, which increases your health by 20 points. Do give her one ebony arrow so that she constantly shoots them if you guys want to pick them up for money. And I gave her the exact same mace I have, basically. I didn't mean for it. I just enchanted them with the same enchantments, and they came out the same. Because I guess I did it in the good required time. So that's basically her paladin item right there. Because I don't know what other enchantments work on their armors. She is a good follower. If you marry her, I did marry her for the reward from that quest, etc., etc. So she's my house Carl, my wife, my follower, all those 3 things, and she's also my store. So you can ask her if the store's made any money. Boom, $100, $100 a day. The only thing that I think that's weird about this, if you ask her what she's got for sale, she will sell only what you have given her, basically. The cool thing about this is if you give her a full set of armor, and then go into buy, and then go into apparel, you can buy her chest, gloves, and boots, and then if you take away the armor you gave her, she's nude again. Because I'm pretty sure they fixed that. You used to be able to make her nude, and they fixed this so that you can actually take away her items. And now, if you do this, you can. For any of you creeps out there that want to make Lydia nude. That is basically it. I'll show you the Blessing of Mara enchantment I was talking about. That didn't work, so I had to compensate. It is right here. Restoration spells cost 10% less. I don't know why when I click on it, it doesn't move. Same thing with my 4-5 restoration. Maybe I glitched it. I hope not. Don't want to do nothing game breaking. Then again, nothing works. Increased stamina only works, but nothing like everything's staying at 0 except magic. Everything's going down now. So I don't know why that's happening. Whatever. I hope that's not permanent. That would suck ass. Maybe that's because of what I'm wearing. I don't know for sure. I doubt it though. It wouldn't make any sense. But that is my second part of my video. So yeah, it's still not working. If anybody knows why this is happening, let me know. So Turn Undead is the one I used along with fire damage. Another good alternative in my opinion would be Fiery Soul Trap and or Absorb Health, Stamina, Magic if you care about those. If you're a healer you really don't need any of that except for maybe Absorb Magic. Fear's okay. I don't really care for it, like I said. The only time I like people fleeing is when they're extremely powerful and I can't kill them or they're doing tons of damage. You get them to run away from you. Paralyze isn't bad. Does 5 seconds if you use some pots. I'm sure it'll do more. Soul Trap to fill your soul gems. I suggest you just use a spell though, much easier. Don't have to constantly switch items. Oh yeah, Banish I don't have. But that is somewhat paladin-like spell / enchantment. The only problem is I don't think it would be used very often. Like there's not too many things that require you to banish it. Yeah, that's my paladin build version or episode 2, part 2. Sorry, totally not saying out the right words. Avenue for the win, and I'll see you guys later.